Morning, 7:59, July 18th, 1874. Last night I almost experienced quite a fright with Charlotte. I ended up paying for the foolish child's actions. But is it not a mother's place to do whatever she can and give up whatever she has for the sake of her children? Just as almost every Friday night was, last night was a time of debauchery and cruel entertainment for the Count and his guests. I had gotten into the habit of putting all of my children in one room on these nights, so that they may keep an eye on each other and keep each other safe. I made my way into Heidi's room after seeing all the other children's rooms were empty, but only the eldest and Mon Bonbon had been present.
"Children,"
I began, alarmed at the lack of my youngest child.
"where is Charlotte?"
Heidi's nose was stuck in her journal as she responded with a careless,
"And if I know."
The young boy sitting on a nearby bed just as mournfully looked up at me as he answered.
"I don't know."
All that could escape from my lips was,
"Oh, dear God."
I could only fear the worst. Charlotte was entering the lion's den. I dashed downstairs as fast as my feet could carry me and halted with worry by a sudden crash noise. I looked over at the direction of the sound, and there was my baby, holding her doll in hand as she looked with concern into the performance hall. I heard Frida's voice emitting from within, repeating,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
over and over again. But the little one didn't seem to know any better. She innocently and ignorantly called out. It wasn't long after that her plea was met by the Count's voice with,
"Charlotte?"
Based on the look on her face, she was maintaining eye contact with the beast.
"Why don't you come join us, mein Hastie?"
I saw him reach out his hand toward her, and I swear it must have looked no different than the wolf tempting Little Red Riding Hood. I immediately started their way again, this time crying out,
"Charlotte!"
My daughter's concentration broke, and she looked over at me and responded.
"Charlotte, go to your room. It's past your bedtime."
She shot me a bewildered glance, as though she was worried that she was in trouble.
"Go on, Charlotte. Everything is all right. Mary will be joining your vater."
Her voice was faint, yet worried. Her father seemed to have a rather aggravated look pasted across his face, as though I had vexed him with this intrusion. But it didn't take him long to say,
"You heard your mare, Charlotte. Be a good girl and go to bed."
Of course.
She hugged her dolly close and scampered off, occasionally stopping to take glances back at us. The night had been quite the usual after that. Apparently the Count wasn't too put off by my interference, or at least did not show to be. When I woke in the morning, it was to the sound of Charlotte's innocent voice.
Vater,
She began to scream out.
please help. Mary's hurt. Vater, please. Someone.
Witless being. She hadn't a clue. In time, Frida had gotten to me, as she was on her feet before I was.